Just traded up. Just saw it on TV. The Denver Broncos have traded up. We're going to commercial. I'm going to mute that just so we don't get a copyright claim on this video. So the Denver Broncos have traded up to the 83rd pick. I'm waiting for terms on this right now. We just got the notification on Twitter from Benjamin Albright. So Denver Broncos not done. I have to imagine they're probably sending their 4th rounder to... I have to remember, who did they even trade up with? Who is on the clock right now? But I have to imagine they're sending their 4th rounder. I am waiting to get the compensation here. Broncos getting ready to make a 2nd, 3rd round pick. They traded up in the back into the 2nd round to get Marvin Mims. Then they stayed pat at pick 67 and got Drew Sanders. So let's see what happens here, guys. What are we going to trade, first of all, is the big question of the day. I am waiting. So we trade up to pick number 83. So we trade with Seattle. How about that? We trade with our old trade nemesis, Seattle. We give them pick number 108, our 4th rounder, and a 2024 3rd rounder, and they give us pick 83. Okay, so terms of the trade have been announced. What do the Denver Broncos want to do here? We just saw a couple of edge rushers go off the board. Let's see who is left on the edge rushing board here for the Broncos that they might be interested in. Dylan Horton out of TCU, maybe? That's a possibility. Edge rusher, tight end Darnell Washington is still there. Got a couple of running backs they could maybe look at. Israel Abanikata, Devon Achane. So I'm waiting to get this pick here, guys. I'm just waiting for the notification on Twitter, and once I get it, you guys will know. All right, guys, we got the pick. We have got the pick. The Denver Broncos are taking corner out of Iowa, Riley Moss. Moss comes in at 6 foot and 193 pounds. Riley Moss out of Iowa. Okay. So he's apparently more of an off-man kind of corner for the Denver Broncos. So he sort of fits that Vance Joseph scheme. 4'4", 40. 39-inch vertical jump. Let's read the description here from Marcus Whitman. Or actually, here comes DeMarcus Ware to make the announcement.
The Seattle Seahawks have traded the 83rd pick.
Or that's not DeMarcus Ware.
With the 83rd pick in the 2023 NFL Draft.
Not sure who that is.
The Denver Broncos select Riley Moss.
There we go.
Defensive back, Iowa.
So, Riley Moss can be both a corner and a safety. Let us read the description. Moss is a smart, experienced corner fit for most defensive schemes. He has good all-around technique, poise with the ball in the air, and good IQ and zone coverage. His overall athletic ability, while not poor by any standards, is nothing special, and he has a chance to put a limit on his ceiling as a cornerback 2 or a quality 4th corner. He's worth drafting somewhere around the 100th pick, and Denver got him at 83, so a little bit earlier than that, with a chance of adding an impressive line of day 3 defensive backs that have come out of Iowa. So, Riley Moss is a Denver Bronco, and again, he's a guy who can seemingly play both corner and safety. I imagine he is looking to provide depth for the Denver Broncos behind Pat Surtain and Damari Mathis. I don't think he's going to start over Mathis at this point in time. They could potentially use him at safety as well, or as a extra defensive back in nickel or dime packages. So a really, really intriguing pick here for the Denver Broncos. This is one of those ones that I almost want to wait and see before I officially make a grade on it, because it can really go either way. But Denver Broncos trade back into the 3rd round and select Riley Moss, defensive back out of Iowa. And again, guys, just to refresh us here on the compensation, just to refresh us here on the compensation. Sorry, I lost it. It was pick 83 to Denver for picks 108. That's our 4th rounder this year, and a 2024 3rd round pick. So giving up a 4th and a 3rd rounder, man, they must really feel like Riley Moss is going to be a big player for him. And then right after that, the Dolphins go with running back Devon Achane. That's a running back that I really feel like would have been a good fit for the Denver Broncos. So now our 4th rounder is gone, guys. Our 4th rounder is gone. So that means that the Denver Broncos are not going to pick again in this year's draft until pick 139 in the 5th round. Or actually, I believe that actually went down to pick 183. That went down to pick 183. So it's going to be a while before we see the Denver Broncos again in the draft. But yeah, man, if we can get a quality running back in the later rounds, I'll be really pleased with our haul so far. I like the pick here of Riley Moss. But at the same time, man, there were other players on the board that would have maybe made more sense. All right, guys, until the next pick, this has been another episode of Denver Broncos Syndicate. I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.